monkey cousin.
Well, she's Skipper's cousin.
Get him out of here.
Well, Granny, I thought you was lonesome for company.
Not that kind of company. Get him out of here.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Come on, cousin.
Granny, I got something I want to show you. You know how you're always talking about how lonely you are and nobody ever comes to visit you here in Beverly Hills?
That's right.
Well, them movie stars got the same trouble.
No. Movie stars?
Them poor souls are so lonely for visitors that they have got maps made up showing how to get to their home.
I'll be switched. Where'd you get this?
Well, they got their young'uns down along Sunset Boulevard, waving them and yelling at the cars.
They must be plumb desperate.
Look there. Cary Grant. There's Doris Day.
Bless their poor lonesome souls. I know just how they feel.
This goes to show you, Granny. By the time you get to feeling sorry for yourself, along comes somebody that's worse off than you.
Ain't it the truth? Jed, I've been wanting to have a quilting bee and a molasses stir-off. Suppose I invite some of them poor, lonesome movie star ladies.
That's a dandy idea, Granny. Let's see who they got here. Joanne Crawford, Marlene Dietrich, Rita Garbo.
Can't you find any famous ones?
Yeah, here's one. Here's the biggest. America's sweetheart, Mary Pickford. Now, you wouldn't want to have molasses stir-off without little Mary, would you?
That's a fact. I'll have Jethro cut her an extra long sop stick so she won't get her curls in the hot sorghum.
Say, Granny, they got a lot of fellas on here. Why not have a barn dance and invite them, too?
That's a good idea. Is there enough fellers to pair off for a square dance?
Well, let's see. There's Danny Kaye, Ray Bolger, Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire. Might even be a tolerable dancer in the bunch.
I hope so. I've just been itching to have a good old-fashioned window-rattling hoedown.
Me too.
Jed, come on. Let's commence calling on them poor, lonesome movie stars and invite them to our dance.
Well, you and Jethro are going to have to do that, Granny. I'm waiting for Miss Drysdale to come over and see me.
What about?
Well, she wants me to put some money in a new business she's starting, something called Beverly Hills Ballet Company.
What's a ballet company?
Company makes ballets, I reckon, whatever they are.
Invite her to our dance.
I will.
Up we go, down we go, up we go, up we go, down we go, ah!
Bravo, maestro, bravo! Divine, mes chers. Oh, maestro, the Beverly Hills Ballet Company is going to be without peer.
At the moment, it is without money. We need more dancers, more costumes, musicians, a theater, everything.
Yes, I know. I've set my goal at $200,000.
And you are nearing this goal?
I need only one more donation.
Do you hear that, my children? One more. Run, leap, jump, work, dance.
But, maestro, I haven't finished. That one donation must be for $190,000.
Save it. Rest.
However, there is a man, Mr. J.D. Clampett, who could pledge that amount and never miss it.
Well, what are we waiting for? Run, leap, jump, work. No, not you, not you. Her. Go see this gentleman.
Gentleman? He's a crude, crass lout of a hillbilly. He's never even seen a ballet.
Well, we're even. I have never seen $190,000.
Oh, greetings, maestro. And a happy arabesque to you, mes enfants. Mrs. Drysdale, your husband grows impatient for lunch, and we have to make a stop at the Clampetts first. Oh, dear, I dread this ordeal. Au revoir, maestro.
Madame?
Au revoir, live spirits.
Back so soon, Granny?
Hey, Paul's got some daily new calls for the square dime.
You run into trouble?
How many movie stars did you see?
I didn't see none.
Well, how come? Didn't Jethro take you around to all the homes?
Oh, yeah. Must have been to a dozen of them. With love in my heart and a smile on my face. And what do you think I got for my trouble? I got door slam, butler sassed, and dog bit.
Dog bit?
Yeah, dog bit.
Come on, Margaret.
Milburn, I can't do it. You asked them to pledge the money. Or Miss Hathaway.
No, sir. For 2 years, you've done nothing but mean-mouth the Clampetts. Now that you want their money, you can jolly well sweet-mouth them.
But the money is not for me. It's to bring the ballet to Beverly Hills.
Well, I don't care if it's to bring the Beatles to Bel Air.
What tarnation is going on?
Stand clear down there.
Granny, what are you doing?
I'm moving back home, that's what I'm doing. Have Jethro commence loading up my stuff. The quicker I get out of Beverly Hills, the better.
What's going on, Paul?
Here, Granny's moving out again. You get this stuff picked up, I'll go talk to her.
That's it, Bessie. You help me.
Please come with me, Milburn.
No, Margaret. This is something you must do. And do it fast. I'm late for lunch.
Oh, Chief, if I may interpose a word of reason,
You may wait in the car, Cicero. Now, you'll find out for yourselves that the Clampetts are not what you accuse them of being, but kind, gentle, generous people.
Well, howdy there, Miss Drysdale. Come right in. Would you like to meet Cousin Bessie?
Yes, indeed. Any member of your family is a friend of mine.
Here she is.
What a charming little cousin.
You like her?
She's adorable.
You're that Bessie? Give Miss Drysdale a kiss.
No.
Oh, she don't mind.
Thank you. Where's your father?
Oh, he's in the zoo.
Not her father, yours.
Oh, he's upstairs in Granny's room. Go right on up.
Ah. Mr. Clampett, Granny, may I speak to you about the ballet?
How would you like to have the door slammed in your face? Get chased off the property? How would you like to have the dog sticked on you?
Margaret, I'm late for lunch. Where are you going?
Shall I follow you?
No, the food's better downtown.
Paul, Granny's coming to get the rest of her things. You ain't gonna let her go back home, are you?
Don't worry about it, Ellie. I had Jethro hide the truck. If Granny's coming, you better hide Cousin Bessie.
Thought you could stop me by hiding the truck, huh? Well, it didn't work. I'm moving back home in the wheelbarrow.
That's a far piece from Beverly Hills, Granny.
Ain't far enough to suit me. Who told you you could lay on my bed?
Same fella told you you could take my wheelbarrow.
Oh. Out of this place. Getting out of here right now. Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills. Movie stars. Invited them to my molasses stirrup. Beverly Hills. Who showed up? What kind of people are there here? Place is full of smog. Can't get out of here soon enough to suit me. Been here too long as it is. That's what I'll do. Kick me out of the...
not lost. Contrary to what Mrs. Drysdale has told you, Mr. Clampett is a man of vision and intelligence. Once he has been exposed to the beauty of the ballet, he will gladly pledge the money.
Do you think so?
I am positive. Take some of your dancers, speed to his mansion, and reveal to him the poetry of motion that is ballet.
Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do. The 3 or 4 books.
My dingies, this wheelbarrow holds more than the truck. Have I forgot anything? Oh, yeah. What the? That's the first one of them that ever grabbed me back. That little varmint grabbed all of my stuff under the bed.
Good, my children. You must be as supple as gazelles.
Now, Granny, don't judge a whole town by a few butlers. Place the size of Beverly Hills is bound to have some nice folks.
If they is, I ain't met 'em.
Now, Granny, you're going home to a lot of ice and snow. Just come over here and look at our flowers and green grass and nice leafy trees.
What's wrong, Paul?
Just when I'm trying to sell Granny on Beverly Hills, some darn fool neighbor commences running around in his underwear. It's worse than I thought. Now he's chasing a girl, and she ain't got no clothes on neither.
What happened?
He caught her.
I shall try another door. Keep supple, my gazelles. Dance, dance.
Now he's after 2 of them. Run, girls, I'll hold him while she get away.
Maestro! Maestro!
Well, leastwise, I scared him off. Now, quick, get into your clothes.
These are all the clothes we have. We're ballerinas.
Both of you?
Yes. She's Margot and I'm Diane. Pa, Granny's got a wheelbarrow loaded and fixing to leave.
All right, Ellie. Take care of these girls. Get them some clothes. They's the ballerina sisters.
Get down from there, you hairy little hitchhiker.
Now, Granny, listen to reason. You can't get this load out of the house, much less over the Rocky Mountains.
We'll see about that.
I declare you are the muliest little woman.
Come quick.
Now, you stay here. I got more trouble than I know how to handle.
I ain't staying anywhere. And you're gonna have push when we get to the Rockies.
Ellie, where's the girl? What are you doing in here?
That fella in his underwear's come back.
Uh-oh. Oh, good. You caught the rascal. I want to thank you for pitching in and helping. I'm Jed Clampett.
You are Mr. Clampett. Do you hear that, my children?
Oh, are all 3 of these young'uns yours?
Yes. I will have them dance for you, and then perhaps you will give us the money we so desperately need. Come, come, children. Dance, dance.
Oh, no, they don't have to dance. I'll be glad to help you. Just keep it kind of quiet and step over here out of sight. I don't want Granny to see the way they dress. Or undress.
So you're the one that's holding me back. Let go, you grabby little goober. You're riding free as it is.
Yeah, I can see where you need money to buy clothes and all. How much you think it'll take?
$190,000.
$190,000? For these 3 young'uns?
Oh, no. I hope to have 50.
50? You spoke to your wife about this?
Of course.
Well, hoping and having is 2 different things. Here's $35 or $40. You're welcome to it.
But this is nothing. We must have beautiful clothes made. We must have an orchestra to play for us. We must have our own theater.
Mister, I can see there's something you ain't learned yet. You gotta crawl before you can walk.
Pa, Granny's trying to come down them stairs with that wheelbarrow full of...
You all right, Granny?
Of course I'm all right. Well, don't stand there. Help me load up. I aim to make the state line by dark. You shut
$35. It is an insult. I should throw it in his face.
Where to, Mac?
The nearest drive-in. We're starving.
No wonder that feller is out begging.
Who, Paul?
That Mr. Ballerina. His young as ain't got clothes on their backs, and he spends his money on taxicabs.
Mr. Clampett! Mr. Clampett!
Oh, howdy, Miss Drysdale. I've been expecting you since morning.
I came earlier, but Granny drove me away.
I'm sorry about that. She's been madder than a stepped-on cat all day. Now, let's see. You've been wanting me to give you some money for your ballet company.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, would you help us?
Why, you bet I would. Oh, by the way, what is a ballet?
It's the most beautiful form of the dance.
Dance, huh?
It's something Beverly Hills has needed for a long time.
I couldn't agree with you more. You fixing to have one?
If you'll give me the money.
You got it. This ballet might be just a ticket to keep Granny from moving out. She's pretty as fond of dancing as she is of scrapping.
I'll go home and get a pledge.
Pledge?
Yes, everyone who participates is required to sign a pledge.
Oh, sounds like a good idea. I always did say, dancing and drinking don't mix.
Granny, please don't go. Paul, don't let Granny go.
Well, I don't blame her, Ellie. If I was Granny, I wouldn't want to get showed up myself.
Showed up by who? Doing what?
Miss Drysdale, dancing.
That woman ain't never seen a day she could outdance me.
This is a step you don't know, Granny. It's something called ballet. I gotta brush up on it myself.
I couldn't ballet better than that. I'd give up.
Oh, you know the dance.
I was balleting long before you or Miss Drysdale was ever born.
Come in.
Mr. Clampett, I must speak to you about the ballet.
I gotta talk to you first.
Oh, what about, Granny?
About the best road to take over the Rockies with a wheelbarrow.
Best road to open...
Never mind that. Where does a person learn ballet dancing?
At a ballet studio.
Let's go.
Oh, but Granny...
Don't argue with me. Get in this thing and drive.
But, Miss Hathaway, this is madness.
But listen, Maestro, she holds the key to the future of the Beverly Hills Ballet Company.
We're ready, Maestro.
All right, my children. Very pretty now. Entree.
Courage, Maestro.
Maestro, victory is ours. I have Mr. Clampett's pledge. Dance. Leap with joy, children. Vive la culture! Beverly Hills will have a ballet second to none. Really?
How do you like this ballet, Miss Drysdale? Let's go, Roy.
In my life when I'm lost in the dark, you're my stars in the sky, like a ship in the night. Without you I'm adrift, You're my gift, swift lift when I need that shift. Yeah, I need you on repeat, no fade out. You're my melody, no break, no way out. In the chorus of my life, you play loud. In my heart, in my soul, you stay proud. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So here's to you, the beats in my heart. Together, never apart, from the end to the start. You're my muse.
Bessie, little Arnie and me. Come on over.
You hadn't ought to call that critter cousin, Ellie.
Why not?
Well, you see, Jethro's your cousin, and that puts Jethro and her in the same... Well, never mind. I reckon I just got to get used to being a monkey's uncle.
Got my sign about ready, Jed?
Right near, Granny.
Ellie Mae, quit playing with your critters and get busy. We got this whole house to get clean.
Yes, Granny.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get around back. Well, let me see my sign, Jed.
Just a minute. You're going to like it, Granny. Jethro's done a fine job of painting.
Well, turn it over so I can see it.
Now stand back so we can get a good view.
Beautiful. This is gonna make me rich, Jed. Rich and famous.
Is the big sign all right, Granny?
Just dandy, Jethro. Heft me up.
Oh, what for?
That fur.
Jethro, you finish up the rest of the signs?
Sure did.
Well, let me see him.
Hot cornbread.
Oh, buttermilk.
Grits every meal.
Doctor on duty.
That's me, you know.
That's right, Granny.
Critters to pet?
Now, wait a minute. I didn't order that sign.
Oh, this one was Ellie's idea.
Sign tells the truth, Granny. I bet you there ain't another boarding house in Beverly Hills got as many critters as we have.
Here's a sign for the front gate.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you ain't just funning when you say sleep off the highway. We must be about 4 or 5 miles off.
Nice and quiet. Did you make a sign about my light soap?
Oh, yeah, Granny. Free lye soap.
Oh, that'll draw them in like flies.
Well, you got to throw in a little extra with the stiff rates you're charging.
Well, Jed, I'm giving every boarder a private room and all he can eat.
Yeah, but $1 a night?
Well, I figure that'll keep out the riffraff.
Well, come on, Jethro. Let's get that big sign on here and commence putting them up.
Yes, sir.
That wife of mine. I have to leave my bank and rush home just to welcome a butler.
Now, Chief, Arthur Pinckney is hardly an ordinary butler. He's probably the most sought-after major domo on 2 continents.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, he has served royalty.
I mean that sign, look.
Clampett Mansion on your right. Room and board $1 a night.
They can't take in boarders. It's against the law in this neighborhood.
It's even illegal to put up those signs.
There's another one. 200 feet. Keep on coming. Outdoor swimming. Indoor plumbing.
Granny's boarding house. Oh, no. Gee, what should we do?
The first thing to do is get these signs out of here.
Free lye soap. Oh.
Now, you keep things moving in here.
Yes, Granny.
Yeah, Granny. Well, Uncle Jed, this here running a boarding house sure is lots of work.
Well, it won't hurt us none, and it sure is making Granny happy.
That's a fact. She's having more fun than a bear cub in a honey tree.
Yeah, Granny likes doing for folks. The more the better.
Yeah, and this'll give her a chance to make a little money she can call her own. Prideful woman like Granny needs that.
She ought to make a heap, charging $1 a day.
Yeah, especially with all the signs we put up.
You know, from what I can see, she's got the only boarding house in the neighborhood.
I almost had my possum. How are you doing with your grits?
Got it. Come on, let's go.
Chief, I can't reach these.
Never mind them. Let's get down the hill and grab those big ones. Especially outdoor swimming, indoor plumbing.
Quite right, the police must never see them.
My wife must never see them.
Your wife's new butler must never see them. Pinckney is a man of impeccable breeding. He has served royalty in every major capital of the world. If he thought for one moment that the neighborhood in
Look,
which
turn this off, turn this on, and let's get going.
Welcome. Here it is. This is it. Your new home. Rather friendly, really. Quite decent of the Drysdales, yes.
Well, how's it going?
Oh, Granny, first boarders are coming.
We ain't ready for him. Somebody ought to be out front to greet him.
I'll go, Granny.
Ellie, put soap in his room.
Well, I did, Granny.
Did you put the clean towels in the fireplace? I mean wood in the bathtub. I mean flowers in his bed. I mean clean sheets on the floor.
Hey, Granny.
Now, don't get excited, Jed.
Rather a pleasant little cottage. For America.
Howdy. Can I tote your stuff for you?
I beg your pardon? Oh, the luggage, yes. Where are my quarters?
Oh, forget it. Granny says no tipping. Hey, did you see the signs?
Signs, yes.
I painted them.
Crudely done, but very helpful in directing me to the proper home.
Howdy, I'm Jed Clampett.
Glad to see you. Welcome.
This here's Granny. Ellie Mae. That's Jethro toting your bag. Wait a minute, Jethro, I'll help you. Looks like you come fixing to stay a spell.
We got a dandy room for you and plenty of victuals.
And all the critters you can pet.
Come on. You being the first one, I'll uncork a jug for you. Ooh-wee. Look at the boarding house reach on that rascal.
Young lady, and I use the term loosely, where is your mistress?
Who?
Mrs. Drysdale.
Oh, she's next door. Want me to run and fetch her?
No, I shall see her in good time.
Well, come on in.
No wonder Mrs. Drysdale was frantic to engage my services. What an appalling domestic staff. America's answer to the Beatles, I suppose.
Hi, dingies, that hot bread smells good, like hot bread should.
Well, Granny, your first boarder is settled in. By the way, his name is Pinckney, Arthur Pinckney.
Did he like his room?
Seemed to. He's up there rooting around like a hog in a new pen.
You want to take up my jug and give him a little welcome snort?
Best not, Granny. We don't know him that well. He might be a temperance man.
Long drink of water, ain't he?
He is at that. Nice looking, though. Fancy dresser. I'd say he's a man of quality.
Yeah. The only thing his talk is a mite hard to understand.
Oh, he's a foreigner, all right. No doubt about that.
Likely from Chicago or someplace.
Hey, Granny, your boarder said he'd like to have a cup of tea.
Did he say what kind of tea he wants? I can give him senna or sassafras or dandelion or juniper or horse mint.
No, ma'am, he didn't say.
You seem to be ailing in some way, Jethro?
Well, he was kind of stuffy in the head.
I'll put together a mixture.
Find out where he's from?
Yes, sir. London.
Where's that?
Oh, clean across the ocean. What they call Great Britain.
No wonder he don't talk English so good.
Granny, they talk English there.
Well, they sure talk and swearing.
The boarder wants everybody down the front hall right away. Says he's coming down for inspection.
Inspection?
I don't see no call for that. He looked fine to me.
Oh, the family will be here directly.
What is that?
Oh, that's Cousin Bessie.
Cousin Bessie?
Yeah, ain't she a doozy? Why, she can hang on with one hand and dust with three.
She is indeed a doozy. Does Mrs. Drysdale know about her?
Oh, sure.
Uncle Jed will be here in a minute, and Granny's fixing your tea.
Young men, kindly remove your cousin from the chandelier.
Oh, heck, Bessie ain't my cousin.
Really?
Heck, no, No, she's Skipper's.
Hey, would you like to meet Skipper?
Not until I've had my tea. Perhaps not even then.
Well, everybody getting acquainted, I hope. Mr. Pinckney, we want you to think of yourself as one of the family.
What a nauseating suggestion.
Yeah, shucks, that's the kind of folks we are.
Yes.
Here's your tea, and I made you a nice possum sandwich to go with it.
A what?
A possum sandwich. It ain't good to drink senna tea unless you eat something with it. Of course, I cut it with the sassafras, dandelion, and horse mint.
Put down that tray and line up for inspection.
Well, Mr. Pinckney, like I said to Granny, ain't no call to inspect you. We can see you're a man of quality.
I am going to inspect you. Now line up. Over there.
Now, hold on, Arthur.
You are never to address me as Arthur. Only as Mr. Pinckney, sir.
I ain't no sir.
Yeah. I wouldn't fault him for that. Maybe he don't see so good. He's lost half his glasses.
Well, he better take to talking nicer. I'm gonna up his rent.
Over here. Step lively.
I've just raised him to $1.25 a day.
Well, Mr. Pinckney, if it pleasures you, inspect away.
First of all, you must take off those clothes.
Why, you...
Handle this, Granny. Mr. Pinckney, I don't know how you folks does your inspecting across the ocean, but I reckon we'll keep our clothes on.
I wasn't suggesting you should take them off here and now. I meant that you should change into your serving apparel.
Our what?
Surely Mrs. Drysdale doesn't approve the clothes you're wearing.
I'll say she don't.
Ain't much about us Miss Drysdale does approve.
Why does she allow you to remain here?
Oh, she tried to get shed of us, but Mr. Drysdale won't let her.
Mr. Drysdale's right fond of us.
You mean fond of the money.
Speaking of money, how much do you get here?
I'm glad you brought that up. It started out being $1 a day, but you being such a smart mouth...
Granny, Mr. Pinckney, it's still $1 a day, and we're glad to get it.
Only $1 a day? That explains a few things. Where is Mr. Drysdale?
Down to the Commerce Bank. You want me to drive you?
No, that won't be necessary. You may resume your duties.
Surely I didn't hear you right.
I said, sir, that your domestic staff was the most deplorable I've ever encountered.
I heard him right.
Pinckney, by your English standards, they may be lacking. But by our standards, they are excellent servants.
Yes, excellent.
King George was right. You colonials are not ready for independence.
All right. So there's room for improvement. That's why my wife hired you.
Yes, what would you suggest, Pinckney?
I should like to attire them in proper uniforms, pay them a proper salary, and instruct them in the proper performance of their domestic duties.
All right. You've got carte blanche. But I'd better see some improvement for my money.
I guarantee it, sir. With one exception.
Who's that?
Bessie. There is very little that even I can do for her.
Bessie?
You know something, Ellie? I like these new clothes Mr. Pinckney brung us.
Me too, Jethro. But Paul sure ain't happy with his. He won't come out of his room.
Granny will get him out.
Come on, Jed. Mr. Pinckney says if we wear these outfits, he'll pay us $50 a week.
I'm sorry, Granny, but if this is what a footman wears, I ain't walking.
Oh, please, Jed. Just long enough for inspection. Do it for me. Come on.
Well, all right. Just for inspection.
You look handsome, Jed. A real handsome footman.
I look like a darn fool.
Oh, stop complaining. Leastways, you don't have to wear one of these dunce caps.
Won't this thing go any faster?
Calm down, Chief. We're not certain that Pinckney is at the Clampetts.
Who else would he be? My wife said he hasn't shown up at our house, and she said the only Bessie she knows is Ellie Mae's chimp.
Surely he doesn't think the Clampetts are your servants.
Well, if he does, I'll have your neck.
Why mine?
Because I'll need it. My wife's going to have mine.
Chief, that is unfair.
It's the American way. Pass the buck.
Line up for inspection, everybody. Mr. Pinckney says he'll be right in.
That tears that I'm getting out of these crazy duds.
Please, Jed. Just until Mr. Pinckney sees you, he's paying me $50 a week.
And he's the only boarder that Granny's got.
Yeah, and if he leaves, who's gonna eat them 30 gallons of crawdad gumbo I made?
And them 8 gallons of buttermilk I churned.
And the 3 kettles of grits and fatback and all the other riddles.
I will.
Line up for inspection.
Quiet! Stand at attention. Yes. This moustache comes off.
No, sir, it's growed on.
Then shave it off.
I'd rather not.
I order you to shave it off.
I don't believe I will. I kind of like it.
We do too.
Now hear this, all of you. I have committed myself to the challenging task of shaping you into a proper staff. And I shall not flag or fail. I shall fight you in the drawing room. I shall fight you in the bedchambers. I shall fight you in the kitchen. And I shall so bear myself that if Arthur Pinckney and his fame last for 1,000 years, men will still say, this was his finest hour. Footman, open that door.
Mister, if you think I'm going to let anybody see me in this get-up, you got another thing coming.
I've issued an order.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Hold on, Cotton to folks laying hands on him.
You best let go of him, or that fighting you were talking about is going to commence right here in the hall.
Come in.
Woo! I was right. It's a snafu.
Drysdale, sir, I need more time. Progress has been made, but I have a long way to go.
You certainly have. All the way back to London.
I beg your pardon, sir.
He ain't going back to London. I grant you he's a bit bossy, but he pays me well, and he's my only boarder.
Boarder? Why, this man...
Chief, I must speak to you alone for a moment. Most urgent. Excuse me.
What is it?
A brilliant inspiration. Pinckney must remain with the Clampetts.
We've tried that. They won't take servants.
Under the guise of a boarder, they will. Pinckney can teach them the social graces. A golden opportunity.
I suppose I'll have to pay him a lot of money.
It's worth it.
Mr. Drysdale, you'd best come help Mr. Pinckney.
And what happened?
Well, Paul went upstairs to change his clothes. And Mr. Pinckney tried to stop him. Well, I think you'd best go and help him.
Pinckney? Pinckney!
Up here, sir.
How did you get up there?
Mr. Clampett hung me here, sir.
Hey, Uncle Jed, I found out why Granny ain't getting no more boarders.
You did?
Yes, sir. Somebody went and stole every single one of them signs we put up. I'll quit go paint some more.
I just soon you didn't right off. Leastways, not until Mr. Pinckney leaves. I don't think I could abide another boarder like him.
He sure has changed a heap. Polite as you please now. Always trying to help.
About to help me right out of my mind. Every time you turn around, there he is.
Mr. Clampett, you shouldn't be doing that, sir. It's time to dress for dinner, sir. You too, Master Jethro.
Where's dressed?
Hardly appropriately, sir. I've taken the liberty of providing you both with dinner clothes.
I just soon eat in these.
Me too.
Oh, please, sir. It means a very great deal to me. More than I can tell you.
All right.
Oh, thank you, sir. And you're setting a fine example for young Master Jethro. Oh. It looks as if I've come just in time, sir. I will dress you, sir.
You what?
Dress you, sir.
No, I wouldn't bet on that.
But you need my help, sir.
I've been dressing myself for a lot of years, and I aim to keep right on doing it.
But I insist, sir.
Mr. Pinckney, You want to dress me, you got to shoot me and skin me first.
Oh, yes. Well, now, let's get on with it.
Chief, in all fairness, Pinckney has hardly had time to get results.
The money I'm paying him, he's had time.
Of course, Pinckney is just a cultural beachhead. Once he's established, we can infiltrate the Clampetts with cooks, maids, tutors.
Howdy, Miss Jane. Mr. Drysdale.
Jeffrey, how handsome you look.
Why, thank you. These here's what you call dinner clothes.
By golly, results already.
Mr. Pinckney is helping Uncle Jed into his.
I'd like to congratulate Pinckney. Where is he?
Up here, sir. I've been hung up again, sir. Sir, in my 40 years as a butler, I have served in some unique households and run athwart some bizarre families. But the Clampetts, sir, if I may use one of their own curious expressions, take the rag off the bush.
Well, now, I warned you that it wouldn't exactly be smooth sailing.
To be precise, sir, you said you could only promise me blood, sweat, tears, and money.
Right.
I've had the blood, sweat, and tears. Now I should like the money.
You're leaving the Clampetts?
I'm leaving the country.
But you've got to stay with them. You're our cultural beachhead.
Consider me another Dunkirk.
Pinckney, suppose you tell us exactly what happened.
Must I?
It will help you to talk about it.
Yes, perhaps you tried to force too much culture upon them too soon.
On the contrary, sir, I started off in a very light vein. Fun and games, as it were.
Good.
I told them their lawn was ideal for cricket and suggested a match. And to my delight, they responded with a great deal of enthusiasm. Well, here we are. Of course, a regulation cricket match has 22 contestants. The field is somewhat larger. But the important thing here is what we can learn from cricket.
What's that, Mr. Pinckney?
To compete fiercely, to win modestly, and above all, to lose gracefully. In other words, good sportsmanship.
That sounds good to me.
And why are you wearing them big gloves and that thick padding, Mr. Pinckney?
And carrying that big stick.
This is a cricket bat, and I'm wearing the padding and the gloves as a protection when I do the catching. But I'll explain it as I go along.
Are we ready to start the cricket match?
Yes. Of course, back in England, ladies don't usually participate. We consider it a bit dangerous.
I ain't scared.
Me neither.
Well, then let's get on with the cricket match.
Here's mine. Here's mine.
Here's mine. Hold on, Mr. Pinckney ain't had a chance to catch it yet.
Go ahead, Mr. Pinckney.
Yeah, there's some dandy ones over there by the hedge. Good chirpers, too.
Yeah, but you won't need those gloves and padding.
You won't need that club. Our crickets ain't a bit mean.
This here's about as big as they get over here. Don't you try to get away. You just may be a winner.
Ain't you gonna catch you one, Mr. Pinckney?
Yeah, and then we can go to matching crickets.
I got mine, but I ain't gonna show it until you get yours.
I've changed my mind. I do not wish to play.
Well, be doggone. For a fellow made so much of being a good loser, he sure took it poorly.
Get a grip on yourself.
Yes, they just don't understand British games.
Quite so. I then turned my attention to improving their wardrobe.
Excellent. Clothes, make the man.
Yes, but this time I decided to split their ranks, so to speak.
Excellent. Divide and conquer.
Yes, I resolved to concentrate on the young people first.
Excellent. The greener limbs are easier bent.
Might we do away with the platitudes?
I beg your pardon?
Granted. Well, first I must say, my wardrobe innovations met with dazzling success. Oh, yes, quite marvelous, really. Do you like to ride, Mistress Ellie?
Yes, sir, I sure do.
Have you ever ridden to hounds?
Well, we only got one hound around right now. Our old brown hound Duke.
Now, before we progress sartorially, let us pause for a brief lesson in English pronunciation. Let me hear you say, brown hound.
Brown hound.
Yes, now, listen carefully and repeat after me. The brown hound sleeps soundly on the ground.
Brown hound sleeps soundly on the ground.
Yes, now, listen again and say it exactly as I do. The brown hound sleeps soundly on the ground.
The brown hound sleeps soundly on the ground.
I think she's got it. George, she's got it.
What you got, Mr. Pinckney?
Say it for your father.
Well, he already knows it.
Knows what?
Oh, about the brown hound sleeping soundly on the ground.
Oh, yeah, I do, Mr. Pinckney, but you can't hardly blame old Duke. He's getting along in years, and it kind of warms his bones to lay out in the sun.
Might I have a spot of tea?
Yes, of course. What would you like with it?
A ticket to London.
Ah, now, Pinckney, don't run out on us.
Where is that vaunted British courage?
Where is that British tenacity?
That British spirit?
Show it to us, Pinckney.
Very well, make it 3 tickets to London. Rather decent tea, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I really must be on my way back to England.
Oh, please don't go.
Those hillbillies need you.
To paraphrase your great leader, never in the field of cultural endeavor have so few known so little about so much.
Sorry. Here is my account, sir. I've made it an even £1,000.
Are you out of your tea-drinking mind? That's almost $3,000.
You were only with the Clampetts a day and a night.
Yes, they gave you a lovely room and fed you.
Fed me? Sir, have you ever partaken of the curious substances which Granny so quaintly calls victuals?
He does cook up some rather strange dishes.
I have eaten in the jungles of Africa. I have shared the peculiar bill of fare of the Australian Bushmen, Berber tribesmen, and Tibetan goat herds. But for pure culinary improbability, none approaches the loathsome cuisine proffered me by those hillbillies.
It's time to get washed up for supper, Mr. Pinckney.
May I assist you, madam?
You may not. Around here, we wash ourselves.
I mean, may I assist you in serving the meal?
Of course not. You're a boarder.
Ah, yes, I tend to forget. Would you allow me to select the proper wines to accompany our first meal?
Howdy, folks. How soon we having victuals, Granny?
Pretty soon now. Mr. Pinckney here wants to have some wine.
I reckon he's old enough.
If you tell me what we're having, I'll choose a wine for each course.
Well, we'll commence with soup.
Oh, good. Vichyssoise, turtle, consommé.
Catfish. I simmer it in a good, hearty tadpole stock.
Tadpole, madam?
Now, don't try to find out how she makes it. Granny don't give away her cooking secrets to strangers.
Then we'll have some possum shanks with gopher gravy, collard greens, grits, deviled hawk eggs, little bite-sized owl burgers, and for dessert, candied crawdads.
She's really putting it on for you. We ain't had a meal like that in weeks.
How fortunate.
Yes, you are.
Well, Mr. Pinckney, what kind of wine do you want with that?
I think the only appropriate beverage would be a large tumbler of hemlock. What a a gastronomic nightmare.
Culinary reform should be part of your cultural improvement program.
Oh, never mind that. I want to know what this $3,000 is for.
That includes the cost of my luggage and automobile, both of which were impounded by the Hillbillies.
Why?
You insisted I pose as a lodger.
We couldn't tell them you were a butler. They're opposed to the idea of servants.
In their case, so am I.
Tell us what happened.
Well, after a night of terror, during which my bedchamber was overrun with raccoons, possums, monkeys, and other weird vertebrates, I attempted, under cover of dawn this morning, to evacuate our cultural beachhead.
Let's cut across, Jethro.
What's the matter, Granny? Mr. Pinckney's skipped out on his rent and taken our chickens with him.
He didn't get far, Granny. Aunt Jethro caught him.
Fetch him back!
This is most ignominious.
Might as well turn off your engine, Mr. Pinckney. You ain't going no place.
What shall we do with him, Granny?
Don't know yet, but I'll figure something.
Well, figure fast, will you? This car's getting a mite heavy.
As a punishment for my attempted escape, Granny put me to work making moonbeams.
Making moonbeams?
Moonlight?
Moonshine?
Yes, that's it. An ingenious distillation apparatus, something called a still.
Well, how did you get away?
For my guard, a large hound by the name of Duke became intoxicated by inhaling the fumes. While the brown hound slept soundly on the ground, I escaped.
Hey, Jethro, how about taking me riding in Mr. Pinckney's car?
Can't, Ellie. Granny says no driving at the house.
Still here, Granny.
Well, as long as he's gone, put it back outside.
Yeah, grab it in, Jethro. Reckon we'll have to tip it sideways again to get it through the door.
Then I want you to start painting me some new boarding house signs.
Just like the old ones?
Not quite. I'm making a few changes.
Mr. Drysdale, sir, you're wasting your time. Once I retrieve my luggage and my motor car, I intend to put Beverly Hills far behind me.
Now, if you'll stay a week, I'll raise my offer to $500.
You Americans amuse me. You think money can buy anything.
$750.
Sir, there are some things that cannot be bought at any price.
$1,000.
Fortunately, I am not one of them.
Chief, look! Granny's boarding house.
Cash in advance.
Pay now.
No credit.
No pay, no stay.
Bring money.
Chicken thieves ain't welcome.
Pinckney, you hop out and take those signs down. Miss Hathaway and I'll go on up to the house and pave the way for you to move back in.
Very good, sir. Now, just a moment, madam.
I said get your hands in the air and march up to the house.
I refuse to be intimidated.
Now, march!
Left, right, left, right, left.
Get today, no.
trial going?
They don't need a trial. He's a chicken thief. I caught him red-handed.
Sit down, Granny. Code of the Hill says everybody gets a fair hearing.
This is outrageous, placing me at the mercy of a kangaroo court.
Relax. Here's a tranquilizer for you.
All right. Y'all ready to start this trial?
Yes, sir. Are you ready, chicken thief?
This may set Anglo-Saxon jurisprudence back 1,000 years.
Don't worry, Pinckney. This is all playing right into our hands. Wait and see.
All right, let's hear what all's being held against this fella.
It is held against this fella that he skipped out on his rent, stole Ellie Mae's chicken, tried to steal Granny's boarding house signs, and got a 15-year-old falling down drunk.
I object. What 15-year-old?
That there hound dog, Duke.
And partner blowed up my still. Ran off and left the fire burning.
Too late, Granny. That ain't wrote down. It don't count. Now, we heard Granny's side. Let's hear Mr. Pinckney's side.
Your Honor, Judge Clampett.
Now, Mr. Drysdale, strictly speaking, I ain't a judge. I'm just here to see that this trial is kept fair and square and to keep Granny from shooting that rent-skipping, sign-stealing chicken thief.
Your Honor, that is, Mr. Clampett, the defendant, Arthur Pinckney, has decided to plead guilty as charged.
Jim, turn him loose. Give him a 200-foot start. I'll load my shotgun with rock salt and bacon rind and season his hindquarters for him.
Your Honor, Mr. Clampett, I didn't finish. As his punishment, Mr. Pinckney would like to suggest that he be sentenced to a week at hard labor here in your home.
Nothing doing. We don't want his kind around.
Sit down, Granny. That ain't for you to decide. I think, in fairness, we ought to remember the good thing Mr. Pinckney's done.
Like what?
Well, like bringing us them fine new clothes.
Probably stole them.
May I address the court?
Sure, speak right up.
I would like to say that I know Mr. Arthur Pinckney to be a man of good character, and I will vouch for him.
I, too, know Arthur Pinckney, and he is a man of unimpeachable integrity, impeccable demeanor, and irrefutable probity. Thank you.
Well, that's one for and one against.
Sir, Your Honor, may the defendant speak?
Hop to it.
Sir, I won't go into all the reasons why I want to spend a week here, but suffice it to say, there are 1,000 of them.
Keep talking, Mr. Pinckney.
I do hope you say yes, sir. I can be very useful, really. I can do the shopping and the serving and the cleaning and the tutoring, and I can be everything from chef to chauffeur.
It's a deal. Granny, this is what you call riding in style.
It sure is. Too bad Jethro and Ellie Mae couldn't come with us.
Well, quick as we get 2 more riding suits like this, we can all go together. You look nice, Mr. Pinckney.
Thank you, sir. Where to, sir?
Well, right down to the middle of town.
Yeah, Wilshire Boulevard.
Clampett, sir, may I ask you a question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Is this the only motor vehicle you have?
Yep.
Would you like to have another one, sir?
Oh, I guess not, Mr. Pinckney. Besides, I don't know where you get another one like this.
I'll tell you someplace you can stop. The supermarket. I want to pick up some sow belly to go with my dandelion greens for supper tonight.
Madam, may I do your shopping for you?
Do you know good sow belly when you see it?
I have something else in mind. I'd like to prepare for you a gourmet dinner.
What do you reckon a gourmet is?
I don't know, but if he fries it good in lard, I reckon we can eat it. All right, Mr. Pinckney, you can cook victuals tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Do Granny good to get out of the kitchen for a change.
We shall all profit, sir. Now make yourselves comfy. I shall serve the coffee and the dessert here in the drawing room. May I ask how you've enjoyed the meal so far? The turtle soup, the lobster thermidor?
It's dandy.
Fine. Finger licking good.
Oh, thank you.
Hope that soup we throwed out the window don't kill the flowers.
How could anybody eat soup made out of turtles?
Beautiful.
And that thing he called Welsh rabbit. Didn't have no rabbit in it at all. Just a lot of doggone melted cheese.
Wasn't too bad after Granny dumped the grits in it.
What was it he called that big crawdad?
That was lobster thermidor.
That didn't taste bad neither, once we poured hot gopher gravy over it.
You don't suppose Mr. Pickney caught on, do you?
Shucks, no. He had it pretty near pitch dark in there. Nothing burning but candles. Yonder he comes.
The pièce de résistance. Crepe Suzettes.
Nothing but pancakes.
There he goes again.
He's sure fond of the dark.
What's he fixing to do now?
He's lit another fire.
Be careful, he's gonna burn this house down.
Regular firebug.
If that rascal ever does any cooking out in the woods, he's gonna... Uh-oh. I was afraid of that.
He set the pancakes on fire!
Don't nobody panic!
There will be a slight delay in serving the dessert.